central government action.
You want to add or delete?
No, I would add to that international recognition of the problem and public exposition of it will help.
Yes.
There are business and community interests in India in dealing with the rest of the world, even if the government doesn't choose to act, that will turn around and start pressuring their own government for change. And those voices from the inside will have far more impact, but they don't get activated unless there's pressure on the outside that threatens their interest.
What do you think, Brian?
I agree to give you an example of how effective this can be. When Narendra Modi wanted to come to the United States, and we worked with the State Department to have him persona non grata here in the United States, have his visa rejected. Immediately, our organization received some phone calls from businessmen who worked with the Asian American Hotel Owners Association, who had invited Modi to speak, who were withdrawing their sponsorship of this large convention that they were doing. And these were major hotel owners who were withdrawing their sponsorship. And it didn't change the immediate action of the hotel owners of their conference that they had in New York City. They still had Modi via satellite in Madison Square Garden. They still went after the same agenda that they had. But what changed was that in the United States, at least, those people that were doing business are no longer going to do business. And the more people like that we can get on board, the more funds we can cut off if we can do it. Even though they seem incrementally small, they start to add up.
People can make a difference, Tim?
Yes, and so can governments. We're sending aid to India. We send them development aid. And in addition to the violence, they use a quarter of the development aid for their nuclear program. Now, it's time to say, okay, guys, you want to spend that money, you come up with it. And, as I said before, we can slap sanctions on them as violators of religious freedom, unless they take some strong action. And they need us economically. We depend on each other in many ways. And we can apply some real pressure that way, I think.
Son, what's your
Well,
take?
high thoughts, but no substance. I think state government here can pass any laws or whatever happens, things are not going to change. What has to be changed is their own perception. Indians have to understand that they are all one and these things cannot go on. But by threatening, okay, we will stop your aid, so big deal, go ahead. We have been poor for so long, we'll be poor again.
Except every time it's been proposed, they've fought it tooth and nail.
But they definitely.